Shout out to Gilly's podcast. I don't know what the baby mother's name is. This is Lil Baby's whatever. Yeah, Lil Baby's baby mother. What her name is? Jayda Wayda. Says she prefers wealthier men. I'd rather be dogged by a rich man than a broke man. Let's hear her out. Fair use.
Yeah. Can a guy have less than you and you fuck with him?
Oh, why you saying low? I ain't hear you. You clear your throat.
Yeah, no.
No, I ain't hear you. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no.
No,
I'm not. I have to have. I feel like that's one of my.
As a man, I feel like you just should have more than me. Like,
yeah, because dating somebody that doesn't have more, they're gonna try to make you feel less than as a woman. That's how I feel genuinely. I know girls who are more dominant in the relationship as far as financial status, and their boyfriends try to dog them out just to make them feel like they're not that bitch. And I never want to be a part of that. But if I'm gonna be in a relationship, I'd rather it be with somebody that I can actually that can benefit me rather than somebody that's taken away from what I got going on. Because these men that don't have the financial status that you have, they are gonna try to just make you feel like you're not her. Mm-hmm. I've seen it. I have plenty of friends that got hella money and they got a regular guy.
Oh, well, she didn't say dogged out, I don't think. Let me.
Can a guy have less than you and you fuck with him? Oh, why you saying low? Yeah, you.
Yeah, no.
No, I ain't hear you.
I'm not. I have to have. I feel like.
Well, she didn't say dog out. Maybe I'm missing something, but she's being very disingenuous here, right? Like at the end of the day, women just want men that makes more than them. Even if they're making, I'm talking about even if she makes like $1 billion, she wants somebody that's making $5 billion, not even $2 billion. She wants somebody that makes, if she's a billionaire, she wants a trillionaire. That's how it works. If she's a millionaire, she wants a billionaire, right? It's not like if she has, even if she doesn't have any money, meaning if she has like 500,000 followers on Instagram, she wants a guy, she thinks she's now qualified for a millionaire because she's looking at her followers as money. Because the attention that she gets, she considers that her currency. Now, she's technically broke. Now she's trying to act like she has some money because, you know, I don't know if she has a job or if the income that she's making is basically off a Lil Baby. You know what I mean? But you know, I don't really know who this woman is. Let me see. Jayda Wayda. Jayda Wayda. And if it's just saying, oh, she a personality, then I'm like, oh, she's just, you know, I don't really see what does she do? Okay, what does she do? I'm kind of confused at what she does. So this is her website. I mean, does she really make money off this? I don't even really think she makes money off this, but I could be wrong because she does have 8 million followers, but that could just mean she's a very famous IG quote unquote model, and there's plenty of IG models that are mahi, right? That I'm talking about a million followers. They've already been exposed, you know, already on that end. But let's dissect what she said about I guess the money.
Can a guy have less than you and you fuck with him? Oh, why you saying low? I ain't hear you. You clear your throat.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, this is why it was kind of. I believe this, and people will get mad at me. I believe it's very pointless to put women in certain positions in terms of the push that was done in this country to put women in certain positions, because no matter how much they make, they're gonna deem themselves way better than most men just because they're making a certain amount of money. And when women make money, or they like, okay, I'm gonna just keep this thing for myself. If a man makes a certain amount of money, he's like, okay, I can start a family, I can do this. This is why it's pointless to put women in these kind of positions. You know, I remember I always reference that video that I did with the it was the black woman and the white dude, right? And they were at that counseling session, and the black woman was making $300K a year, right? And the white dude was making like $75K a year, and then they're like in counseling, and she's basically berating him, making him like basically emasculating him in front of the world just because he's not making a certain amount. And I'm like, you make $300K a year. Why are you forcing this man now? He got to get his weight. Why don't you take care of him? No, this is why it's pointless to put these people in these positions. It's pointless. And this is why I always tell men it's actually pointless to date most women that are making a lot of money, because she's going to disrespect you. Don't always believe this, because she's gonna bring up an example that I'm gonna debunk. she's gonna bring up a hood ninjas and Pookie example that I'm going to debunk, because in the normal world, it's really the women that make more money that she's gonna bring it up on a man's face and use that against him in terms of disrespecting him in public, disrespecting him in private, because she makes more money than him. So I'm gonna debunk that thing where she's talking about if the ninja make more money than you, he's gonna try to bring. I'm gonna debunk that real quick.
No.
No, I hear you. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no.
No,
I'm not. I have to have. I feel like that's one of my.
As a man, I feel like you just should have more than me. Like,
Yeah, because
But let's be honest, how much does she really have outside of whatever child support she's getting from Lil Baby? By the way, shout out to Corey Holcomb the other night. He was talking about the child support thing. If you put me on child support, I am going to be a deadbeat father. I am going to abandon you and the father and the kid. Because like I said, whatever you put me through the system through. Oh, you put in the system on me? All right. What does the system tell me I got to pay? This? All right. I'm going to just pay you that and just get the fuck out. Don't ask for nothing else, because what's only required of me, I'm only going to do what's required of me via the system. And you're going to put me through the system. You know what? You might as well have the kid. I'll pay whatever. Get the fuck away from me. And you can call me a deadbeat and all this stuff. I don't care, because because we already know women are using child support as a source of income. They're double dipping. But I need it for gas and rent. And then what ends up happening is you're paying the child support. And then once the kid needs other things, school supplies, sports supplies, and then you tell them, wait, shouldn't that child support go through that? Oh, do you want me to put it? And then basically the woman will threaten, do you want me to go bring you back into court so you can pay that? And then he basically gets pigeonholed into to having to pay for that other stuff and the child support and the bitch's gas and the bitch's rent. And really, you're literally like, okay, you might as well just give the kid to me, because clearly you cannot afford to take care of the kid. But like I said, so back on that child support stuff, if you any woman does this to me, I'm talking, and well, you should have fucked her off. Fine, whatever. That's why I'm gonna pay my sitting bill. If you put me on child support, I'm going to pay the child support, but don't ask for nothing else. That's how it works with me. Because because Corey Holcomb was like, that the system ain't shit, and women know what they're doing with that whole child. They've been coached by women older than them, their mom, their grandma, their sister, their cousin, and even if they want no parts of child support, they know co-workers that understand the system. They understand what's going on with the system. They know what they're doing. So if you do that, no. You either, I tell dudes, it's the Tommy Sotomayor strategy. Either fight for full custody or wash your hands. Pay whatever's on the child support, but don't give them nothing else. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna call you a deadbeat anyways. Just to let you guys know, because I work with women, none of them have a positive thing to say about their baby father. And if they do, is because they're still smashing. If they're not smashing, he's moved on, he got a different, they all call them deadbeats. Even if he has like 50-50 custody. Even if I've seen women that these people, the dude will have full custody and he's still paying child support to the baby mother. So we already know what women are using that system for. Let's not play stupid in the comment section, because I know I already see it coming. It's gonna be women playing stupid. Why would you say something? Like, you know what people are using that system for. You know. they're gonna play stupid in the comments. Watch.
Dating somebody that doesn't have more, they're gonna try to make you feel less than as a woman. That's how I feel genuinely. I know girls who are more dominant in the relationship as far as
now. The example that she's about to use is she's gonna talk about the women that are in the criminal justice jobs, women with HR jobs, but particularly she's gonna talk about women that are nurses. And Black women that are nurses, a lot of them, I'm not going to say most, but a lot of them date pookies and criminals. Women with criminal justice majors dating pookies and criminals, moving them into their quote unquote luxury apartment spot, right? And these are the people that she's talking about, not the average Joe. I'm talking about like those nurses. They go out and what they do, they look for broke Tyrones, right? Broke Tyrones or broke or criminals, or these guys where basically they get to have what did Paradise Paris on Twitter, she said it perfectly. It's like you can get a handsome man at a discount or something. She said it's something like that. And that's what they do. They get these guys because they think they're basically getting a Chad or a Tyrone at a discount, and they move them into their spot because and really they're taking advantage of those dudes because they don't have a place to stay, but they're a nurse, they make some decent money, right? But the guy's unemployed, but she'll take care of him because he's a Chad or a Pookie, right? So that's the scam right there. So then what ends up happening is they end up having these toxic relationships with these dudes, like really toxic relationships. You know, this is why these spots, like these luxury apartments, people are moving out of them because these particularly BWs, these BW nurses come in with their pookie and their drug dealer boyfriends and they be having their fights. Cops is called, all these DV calls that they get to the spot, and it's just messing up the peace. These are the people that she's talking about. She's talking about her nurse friends or her HR or criminal justice friends, right? That have these decent jobs, whatever, and they be moving in their drug dealer and their pookie or their unemployed boyfriends. That's who she's talking about.
Financial status, and their boyfriends try to dog them out just to make them feel like they're not that bitch. And I never want to be a part of that. But if I'm gonna be in a relationship, I'd rather.
But that's just to let you know. That's what she's talking about. her RN friends, right? that's the example. That's the example that they hold on to. Even though women in those positions, they put themselves in that position. I'm like, always tell them, why can't you just get a normal dude? They be getting these peculiar ninjas. Remember, I showed you guys the baby daddy thread via Facebook that one of the girls on there exposed, like her group of friends, who their baby daddies are, and I showed you who these ninjas were, and you're just like, and you just looking at these ninjas, you just like, look, maybe I'm not the smartest person, but I'm like, just off looking at these ninjas, I already know they ain't about shit. These are some peculiar looking ninjas. All you saw in the baby daddy thread are unemployed dudes, wannabe promoters, club goers, posers, and drug dealers. That's what you saw in that in that thread. And down low ninjas. These are the people. These are the dudes that, particularly BWs, they will move into their house. They'll move into their apartment, their luxury apartment complex, and disturb the peace of everybody else.
It be with somebody that that could benefit me rather than somebody that's taken away from what I got going on. Because these men that don't have the financial status that you have, they are going to try to just make you feel like you're not her. Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
Yeah, and that's the example she means. She just means to her. She's talking about her nurse friends, right? That's all she's talking about. Her nurse friends, whatever, or her friends that are in the justice system. Her CO friends that be like, I'm talking about. They be like, the woman will be what do you go, correctional officers, or they have jobs in forensics, whatever, and they'll be going out with criminals. They've been catching way too many women doing this nonsense. You know, so a lot of this when they talk about, oh, he be putting me down and dogging me out, but they put themselves in that position. So that's basically the excuse, you know, because I'll tell you, okay, why don't you just go out with the plumber? He can make his own money. He can do what he wants. He can start his own business and be flexible. And there's plenty of dads that I know that can do that job and they do it well. And the woman will still have problems with that guy because he makes that part of life look easy. So that's why when we hear, well, he needs to make more than me, because women want to have that option of not having to work. Because I promise you, whatever her business, whatever it is, I don't think this is legit. I could be wrong because I don't really know it's really hard to tell what she does. I'm not sure if this is her clothing brand. I don't know what this is. But like I said, she doesn't have to make a profit off this. She doesn't really have to work. Whatever she does, her money is made off of getting money off of men. That's how she makes money. If you give women the option, they don't want to be in a position where they have to work. So that's when they say, oh, he needs to make more, or when they say he needs to meet me at my level or above, she means above. She means above. She's just saying that part where she said he needs to at least be near where I'm at. They'll say like equal or above, but what she means is above, right? That's what she means. Because there's plenty of plumbers this is what happens. I dated a regular dude before and it didn't work, but the guy will be like military.